Hello everyone, it's Luna here. I'm back with another unboxing. I will apologize in advance. This one might be a little chaotic. I didn't do my usual setup because I was too excited about this set and I just had to open it now. Like, I just had to. Okay, so this is my Fairyloot edition of the Lunar Chronicles, which Marissa Meyer is in my top three all-time fave authors, especially for kind of the YA. Like, the Lunar Chronicles is my favorite, and Renegades is absolutely amazing. I love it so freaking much. But let's get into this. Cinder and the Lunar Chronicle series was just completely revolutionary for me because I absolutely adore fairy tales. And this was a twist on the fairy tale series. These books are not in order, so I'm just going to pull them out as I find them. So this first book is Scarlet, which is actually book 2. Oh my gosh, this hollow on here is so freaking pretty. The books are like a deep blue, like a navy blue color. So we got Scarlet on the spine. I'm pretty sure there's a spine design when you put them all together. And it looks like it has everybody down here because that looks like Cinder. Yeah. Okay. Possibly. I would rather die because I betrayed them than live because I betrayed you. And these are the edges. I kind of wish they did a little bit more with the edges. It's very minimalist as far as the design, but I still love them and I absolutely had to have them. And one of my favorite artists actually did the end papers, which is Frostbite. So here we have Scarlet and Wolf. And oh my gosh, so all of these are signed? I couldn't remember. I know I was lucky enough to order quickly enough to get the signed editions, but I didn't remember if all the books were signed or not. Okay, so the front and back end papers are the same. Oh, it's kind of disappointing. I kind of wish they were different. Alright, this next book definitely has to be Winter because it's absolutely massive. So here we have Winter, which is the 4th book in the main series. Yeah, because that looks like a crust in that corner. Oh, the hollow on this one seems to be a little faded, but that's alright. I can deal with that. I'm not even mad about it. Because at least the main design and everything is still fine. It's just on the very, very top and a little bit on the bottom. It's nothing too crazy. Oh, actually, there's a little bit on the bottom of the hand here. Still, it's alright. Scarlet has a little bit as well. So I'm pretty sure all of them have slight imperfections like that. All of them are the same edge except with the different character symbol. So Scarlet obviously is based off of Red Riding Hood. Winter is based off of Snow White. And if you have not read the series before, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. As well as Fairest, which is the prequel, and Stars Above, which is the semi-sequel slash collection of short stories for this series. Winter is book 4. She's our lost princess and she's coming home. Winter, oh my gosh. I loved every book in this series. But when I got to Winter, it was a whole new ball field. Like, oh my goodness. Not to mention, Fairest. I did not expect to have the feels that I did, but they happened. Winter, oh my gosh. Like, I have the paperback edition for Winter, and It's kind of blowing my mind just how massive these are. I love how they have all the couplings for the end papers though. Oh my gosh. Winter looks so beautiful here. It's kind of hard to tell, but she does kind of have a little bit of her scarring here. Now Winter, I don't want to spoil anything, but Winter does have scars. So I'm glad they added that minor detail. Here we have Crest, which is book 3. Again, absolutely love the Shimmer Hollow. Rapunzel. So I'm going to Luna and I'm going to start a revolution. So to give kind of a little summary of what the Lunar Chronicles is about, it's basically kind of like a sci-fi fairy tale inspired story about a girl named Cinder who kind of goes on an unexpected journey of self-discovery, as well as saving the world from the brink of war between the populace of Earth and Luna, which is obviously the moon. And it's amazing. Very, very interesting concept. One interesting thing that stood out to me a lot was how much cybernetics are involved with the series, and kind of all the development that happens, as well as finding out how all these characters get together and how their lives end up intertwined. It's absolutely amazing. Alright, so Crest, here we have, oh my god, I love that they're doing the pairings. Oh, they look so precious together. Alright, yes, make sure I love that it's also signed in purple, because purple is my favorite color. 10th anniversary edition. God, has it been 10 years already? I feel so old. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to cherish these sets forever. They're going right back in the box until I can properly display them. Alright, and here we have book 1, the book that started it all. Cinder, who is obviously based on Cinderella, and she is, I guess you could call her a cyborg. But yes, that's pretty much the whole premise. Without giving away too much, this is so neat. She was cyborg and she would never go to the ball. So we have Kai and Cinder. I love that they have him in the traditional garb as well. And Eco. Oh my goodness. Kind of wish we also got a shot of Eco later. But yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention, besides Fairest and Stars Above, there are actually 2 graphic novel series for the Lunar Chronicles as well. They're spin-offs that kind of center around Eco. I do have both of those as well. Like I said, Lunar Chronicles is like my heart and soul, and is what turned me on to Marissa Meyers, and then I became kind of obsessed with her books. But yes, so let's look at how these spines look together. So we have book 1, book 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to try to line them up real quick. Alright, so here is how the spine setup looks all together. It's very pretty. The only thing I would have to complain about is just that sadly there is some damage to the hollow, probably just because of the material that they chose to use. but it's not huge. So I can't really complain about it too much because I do have other books that usually have hollow foiling and sometimes they end up slightly damaged as well. But otherwise, just because it's the Lunar Chronicles, I'm gonna give this like 9 out of 10. Only other complaint I have is that I wish they did different end papers for the front and the back. I feel like that was a missed opportunity there, but then they probably, because these sets weren't super pricey, they probably didn't want to have to pay extra to commission the artist for 8 pieces instead of 4, which I understand. But otherwise, yeah, great set, so lovely. I love the color, I love the foiling, especially love the end paper artwork. And yeah, so that is it. Thank you for joining me today. Bye.